What does it mean to live authentically? In a world where we're constantly pushed to perform, compare, and fit into roles, the teachings of Ramesh Balsekar invite us to pause and ask, who am I, really? Rooted in the non-dual wisdom of his teacher, Nisargadatta Maharaj, Balsekar offers a powerful pathway to discover the truth of our being. Today, we explore how his teachings can help us live more freely, peacefully, and in alignment with our true nature. At the core of Balsekar's philosophy is the recognition that the ego, the sense of a separate, doer self, is an illusion. Most of us live our lives thinking we are the ones making decisions, taking actions, and controlling outcomes. But Balsekar shows us that everything unfolds according to the natural flow of life. The idea that we are in control is simply the mind claiming authorship over what is already happening. This illusion of control creates suffering. When things don't go our way, we feel guilt, shame, frustration. When they do, we feel pride and attachment. But when we begin to see through the ego story, a shift happens. We begin to witness life rather than resist or manipulate it. Balsekar explained that this witnessing is not passive resignation, it is an active, awake awareness. It is the beginning of true freedom. To live authentically, we must first be willing to question the very foundation of our identity. Self-realization, as Balsekar defines it, is not about gaining something new. It is about uncovering what has always been true. It's the deep knowing that we are not the mind, not the body, not the stories we've been told or the identities we wear. We are pure awareness, unchanging, ever-present, and free. This realization brings peace, not because life becomes perfect, but because the need to control life disappears. We stop asking, why me, and start trusting the flow. We see that everything, even suffering, has its place in the grand unfolding. Consider this. When a storm comes, the sky doesn't resist it. It simply allows it to pass. Likewise, when we live from the true self, we stop struggling against what is. This doesn't mean life becomes passive. It means we respond to life with clarity rather than reaction. Realization also brings compassion. When we see that others are not in control either, that they too are caught in the illusion of ego, we begin to soften. We judge less. We forgive more. This is the subtle but powerful shift from self-centeredness to self-awareness. What does this look like in daily life? Living authentically doesn't mean withdrawing from the world or abandoning responsibilities. It means acting without attachment, responding instead of reacting, and accepting life as it comes. Balsekar taught that true authenticity arises when we stop pretending to be what we are not. We drop the masks and the striving. We speak truthfully. We listen deeply. We meet each moment as it is. Here are a few ways to live more authentically. 1. Cultivate mindfulness. Be aware of the present moment. Notice your thoughts without identifying with them. Pay attention to your reactions. Awareness is the doorway to authenticity. 2. Practice acceptance. Let go of resistance. Embrace what life offers, even when it challenges you. Resistance is often the ego's way of keeping control. Acceptance dissolves that need. 3. Embody non-judgment. Let others be who they are. Let yourself be who you are, without shame or comparison. Judging others is often a reflection of inner disconnection. 4. Watch the inner voice. Notice how often your mind tries to define you. Are you playing a role to be accepted, or are you expressing your truth? Learn to differentiate the voice of the ego from the quiet knowing of the true self. 5. Trust the flow of life. This was Balsekar's core message. The more we align with the natural unfolding of life, the more peace we experience. You are not separate from life, you are life itself. When we live from this place of awareness, our relationships change. We stop projecting expectations onto others. We begin to listen more and judge less. In work, we become more present, less stressed. In solitude, we find peace rather than loneliness. Many who have embraced Balsekar's teachings report feeling lighter, freer, and more connected to life. They no longer chase meaning, they live it. One student shared that after years of seeking, Balsekar's simple truth, that there is no individual doer, brought an immediate sense of relief. He stopped trying to fix himself and began allowing life to be. Another person realized she didn't need to keep proving her worth through achievement. She began speaking more openly, connecting more deeply, and even made peace with difficult relationships because she saw they too were part of the play of consciousness. Authentic living is not about becoming someone else. It is about uncovering who you have always been. Ramesh Balsekar reminds us that the truth of who we are is not hidden or distant. It is right here, beneath the noise of the mind, waiting to be remembered. This path isn't about perfection. It's about presence. It's about returning again and again to the truth of what is, without judgment, without resistance, and without fear. Let this be your invitation to pause, reflect, and return to your true self. The journey may not always be easy, but it is the most important one you will ever take. If this message speaks to you, like and subscribe for more reflections on timeless wisdom. Share your thoughts on authenticity in the comments below. And remember, your true self is not something to find, it is something to be.